Grenada's debt to GDP ratio expected to improve even more by year end.
If the economy continues to improve the way it is doing, we might be expected to see a further reduction in the debt to GDP ratio.
Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. If the local economy continues on a path of improvement, Grenada could become one of the leading countries in the region with a low debt to GDP ratio. Grenada's debt to GDP ratio is now around 72%, dropping down from 108%. Finance Minister Dr. The Right Honourable Keith Mitchell says by the end of the year, they expect it to go down to between 60 to 65%.
We expect that if all goes well, that we could even be lower than that by the end of the year. If the economy continues to improve the way it is doing, we might be expected to see a further reduction in the debt to GDP ratio, which means that Grenada will be one of the leading countries in the region as far as the debt issue is concerned.
Grenada could play host to a meeting in December that will attract representatives from major international organizations like the Clinton and Bill Gates Foundations. It would be a follow-up to a recent meeting chaired by Grenada's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell and Chairman of Virgin Atlantic Sir Richard Branson in Washington to discuss the mobilization of major private sector interests in North America and Europe to aid in the reconstruction efforts in the region. More than 30 private sector representatives were present at the Washington meeting, which also included a number of prime ministers.
So it's likely that that meeting will take place early in December with many top private sector people. Would expect the Bloomberg Foundation would most likely would be there, the Clinton Foundation, Bill Gates Foundation, many top private sector institutions. They were going to make contact with a number of other persons whom they had strong interest in the Caribbean to be able to be part of that meeting. So that's another historic first, Grenada to be hosting such a meeting.
Addressing the media during the post-cabinet briefing on Tuesday, Dr. Mitchell said he hopes those in attendance will pledge significant support for the region's reconstruction efforts and climate change issues.
These are people with resources. They see the problem. It is not something somebody making up. People are suffering, and you know Bill Gates has been highly involved in the AIDS situation in Africa and many other places. He has been involved in a number of countries, third world countries, providing serious aid on social issues. The Clinton Foundation also, Bloomberg also have been involved. So a number of these successful business organizations and enterprises have been involved in helping countries. So we expect, and with Branson's initiative and connection, he's also mentioned to us that he's on Bill Gates Foundation. So he's going to use his influence there to see what he can do for the region as a whole.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
The house was shaking. Then suddenly saw we hear bang, crack, and the roof had gone.
Man, I was so scared, I nearly wet myself.
Only those who have lived it can truly understand the devastating fury of a hurricane's wind.
The house across the road just get up and roll over.
Hurricane force wind. It's a hazard. Hazards. Take control. Reduce your loss. You can hurricane-proof your home. For example, make your roof more wind-resistant by using screws instead of nails in its construction. Find out more about hurricane force winds and other hazards at your local disaster office.
A message from the National Disaster Management Agency and SEDERA.
The Vice Minister for Commerce of China has been given a tour of the new multi-purpose center and demonstration farm in Lasages during his brief visit to Grenada. He was here to sign 3 agreements and a memorandum of understanding for work on the international airport and the Chinese low-income housing projects, among others. Details from Jerry Malcolm.
The exchange of greetings and later gifts. A lightning tour of the new multi-purpose center still under construction and demonstration farm. As China's Vice Minister for Commerce makes a whirlwind visit to one of Grenada's key developmental projects, the Lasages demonstration farm.
We have covered the 6 phases of the project, and we have no reason to stop here. So we will continue. This is the message I can share with you now.
The Vice Minister's visit comes at the end of the 6th phase of the project, successfully completed, paving the way for the 7th phase.
7th phase of the project must be different, must be better than all the other previous 6. So we need to listen to the Department of Agriculture, Foreign Affairs, experts, local people. We must meet the needs and demands of your side.
The Elastiges Farm Demonstration Project is part of the Technical Cooperation Agreement between the Grenada government and the government of the People's Republic of China.
In the area of technical cooperation of agriculture, I'm very pleased to inform that the results have been remarkable. Permit me to share some of these examples. We have had new varieties of vegetables, and we know, as you've seen in the picture, some of them are sold in the supermarkets. A lot of knowledge transfer to farmers has improved. A lot of training took place with our farmers, and our farmers are now very well equipped with new knowledge and new ideas to move farming forward. And the potential of Elastiges improved as a farm with the infrastructure that was built over the years. You have seen the improvements here, and we have more improvements coming with this new building that is being erected here. So in all, we have had a lot of support from China, and we are very pleased with that level of support.
And so, Excellency, please convey to your ministry and your government our appreciation for the work that the mission is doing here. And you are in a place where you can ensure that the work here continues. So we hope that this project will continue to grow and expand, and that our Grenadian people will continue to benefit from it.
The Junior Achievement Program is back in Grenada's primary schools after a 2-year absence due to a lack of funding. But now, with support from the Sandals Foundation, the opportunity is being presented to primary school students to enter the world of entrepreneurship. With support from public and private sector organizations, JA programs help to prepare young people for the real world by showing them how to generate wealth and create jobs. Public Relations Manager of Sandals La Source, Ms. Dillian Forrester, says being part of the resuscitation of the program is important for the hotel.
We must continue to encourage morality, creativity, inspiration, positive interaction and communication, street smarts, and of course, confidence. All of these tools for success are interlaced within the theoretical and practical components of the Junior Achievement Program.
Ms. Forrester was speaking at the launch of the Junior Achievement Leadership Training Seminar on Tuesday. Mr. Bernard Antwine, chairman of the JA Grenada Board of Directors, urged the students to take advantage of the opportunity presented. Opportunities, he says, they did not have at that age.
All of you that are in 4th and 5th form that are sitting here today, the potential that lies in yourself to create a new business climate in Grenada is amazing. We want you to tap into it, exercise your full potential. Let every single person who interacts with you understand you would have gone through the JA program.
And that's the National Report. I am Leslie Ann Johnson.